Bitcoin treasury companies have been aggressively accumulating throughout 2026. Well, at least one of them have. The top dog, MSTR strategy, again, continuing to buy very, very aggressively with over 780,000 Bitcoin in their holdings. That's pretty impressive. But if we go over to the treasury company deep dive section we have here on bitcoinmagazinepro.com, what we can see is throughout 2026, strategy have been accumulating at such a rapid rate that I think it's taken many by surprise. If you look at their accumulation throughout 2024, it was incredibly aggressive, especially towards the tail end of that year, and throughout 2025, that trend continued. But that was during bull market conditions. Bitcoin's price is down, well, it was down over 50%. We're in a bit of a bear market, and they've continued to be able to fund aggressive BTC acquisition to the point where if we look at the Bitcoin percentage of holdings compared to the market cap, it is now significantly above 100%, indicating that the Bitcoin on the balance sheet is worth more than the company itself, which is a bit of an odd situation to be in. But again, we can see signified by all of these orange dots. Through the previous Bitcoin bear market, they were pretty sparse. Makes sense. There's not a huge amount of interest in treasury companies or Bitcoin in general for that matter. So it's harder to raise capital. It's harder to actively acquire Bitcoin and keep people positive. But this bear market, it's truly been impressive. If we look at how fast strategy are accumulating Bitcoin, I'll just zoom in so it's a little easier to see. It is truly mind-blowing. They've averaged throughout 2026 over 1,000 Bitcoin a day. Now keep in mind, we're only seeing about 450 Bitcoin hitting the open market due to the inflationary rate per day. So 3.125 blocks, Bitcoin, every block, 144 blocks a day. So over twice the amount of new Bitcoin entering circulation is being scooped up by strategy. If they can keep up this aggressive accumulation, then they'll surpass 1 million Bitcoin in early December. Pretty mind-blowing. By the end of the year, about 1,016,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin. And if we look at where the strategy stock price is, it's not really reflecting the aggressive accumulation and discount that we're seeing. If we just look here, we can see Saylor is tweeting out pretty much every single week now that they're acquiring considerable amounts of Bitcoin. Now, previously, a lot of this Bitcoin was actually acquired due to share dilution, which is partly the reason why we haven't seen the stock price rise considerably alongside this accumulation. And this is something we covered fairly in-depth in our site subscriber analysis piece from a couple weeks ago. And it was looking into one of Strategy's newest and shiniest derivative products, which is Stretch, STRC. Because it might actually seem a little too good to be true when you first look into it. How are they able to pay out over an 11% annual yield on essentially a stable coin and have this fund considerable Bitcoin acquisition? I mean, the most recent buy here was funded almost entirely by STRC. If we can see this most recent purchase of around $1 billion, we can see from this tweet here. According to this Yahoo article, due to the STRC volume, around 600 to 700 million of this Bitcoin acquired was through STRC-linked flows, which is pretty amazing to see actually, because if you're a MicroStrategy holder, it's not ideal to see the share price constantly being diluted. I mean, this is slightly outdated now, but we can see the lowest amount of fully diluted shares in circulation of MicroStrategy, or now Strategy, I guess, was about 72.53 million in September of 2020. Whereas today, that number sits at over 327 million. That's a lot of dilution. And if we just go over to this page here, which almost looks at the fair valuation of Strategy, we can kind of get some insight into how much this dilution has really changed things. So what I'll do is I'll just change the target price on this to the current price of Bitcoin, which as I film this is around $75,000, $76,000. So we can see we're currently at a net asset value premium of about 0.78, indicating that Strategy as a company is worth about 78% of their Bitcoin holdings, so already we're in discounted territory. But keep in mind, that's with the dilution down to 327 million shares. If I change this to about 72.5 million, I missed a zero there, we can see what the share price would be with no dilution. A 1x NAV would be over $800. Now, of course, there's nuances to this. They wouldn't have been able to acquire as much Bitcoin. They wouldn't have been able to raise the capital that they did. So this dilution was almost necessary. But the fact that a majority of their new accumulation, which is on track to potentially surpass 1 million Bitcoin in holdings before 2027, can now almost entirely be funded by derivative products of strategy, is pretty amazing to see. Now, if I just change this back to the previous all-time high we'd set. So this is basically looking at different net asset value premiums and different levels of acquisition, what the potential price of strategy would be. Now, almost the fair valuation of the previous all-time high, just above $126,000, would put us at over $300 per share price. Now, considering Bitcoin's at about $70,000, well, $76,000 it says right there, we can see that that would result in about a 70-ish% increase. Let me just work this out very quickly. My mental maths wasn't a million miles away. About 66.86% increase in the Bitcoin price to reclaim our current all-time high. But the MSTR price is about $140 right now. So to reclaim that all-time high, if we just got back to its fair valuation of a 1x net asset value premium, that's over $300. That's way over a double in price, which is considerably more than Bitcoin. Now, if they can continue that up to $1 million, up to 1 million Bitcoin, sorry, then the fair valuation would be about $385 per share. But that's at a 1x net asset value premium. If we just go back here, we can see this fluctuates rapidly all the time. And in the most recent cycle, it's spiked to over 3. Now, I don't necessarily think that's going to happen this time, but if we were to get somewhere towards those levels, we can see a 3x net asset value premium at 1 million Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin price just at the former all-time high would be over $1,000. So I think there's a lot of value to be had in MSTR currently, but we're going to be taking this one step further, because not just looking at the fundamentals, we're going to look at the technicals as well. So what we can see, just looking at the Bitcoin price chart here, we're obviously having some more positive price action. Hopefully this may continue. If we look at the strategy price, MSTR, take it off logarithmic, you can really see the extent of the drawdown that we've currently experienced. From top to bottom, we've had about 80% drawdown, considerably more than what we've seen in the Bitcoin price action. But this is a pretty rare occurrence to have this level of undervaluation in the share price. Now, this is the Crosby ratio, available to site subscribers not only on bitcoinmagazinepro.com, but also as a TradingView indicator. This is based purely on the technical factors. It's looking at essentially the slope or angle of a major moving average, and then comparing that to the recent volatility we see. So it basically standardizes itself depending on current market conditions. So if we look back to Strategy's share price a decade plus ago, it wasn't very volatile, it was very sideways, but we still got very actionable buy and sell signals according to the Crosby ratio. Now, this is on the weekly time frame, and the history is limited on this just because it takes some time to actually formulate this indicator. But we can see we've currently entered this buy zone for only the 4th time in history, in the history of MicroStrategy. And it's actually the lowest level we've ever had. We're in such deep levels of value territory, we've never had this before. Now, as I said, because this is standardizing itself based on the volatility at that period of time, we can apply this to see what the returns were following entering this buy territory until we reach this upper almost sell take profit territory. Now, it doesn't necessarily indicate exactly that's where the price is going to top out. It just gives us a general idea that the market may be getting a little bit overheated. And now this is just on one time frame, one indicator. And these early instances might not be as applicable because they weren't necessarily a Bitcoin treasury company at that time, but still, we can see 87.2% then, 47% nearly at this point in time, and that was just before we had this massive exponential rally to the upside. I'm only measuring to when it first goes into this upper territory. This is the most conservative we can really get because I didn't want to overfit. I didn't want to make sure it's, you know, really valuable and going up a huge amount, 900% nearly. I wanted to make it genuinely realistic and actionable. I don't like when people massively overfit data, and of course people are going to find examples in the past when we've done that on the channel, but again, I wanted to make this as applicable and realistic as possible. If you were scaling out once we first hit this upper territory 1, 2, 3, 4 times as we were hitting the all-time high, you know, the returns would have been closer to, what, 3,000% as opposed to 162%. But if we get the average of those three, that's the wrong chart, we can see the average returns from these was just over 98%. Now, based on where we currently are, if MSTR, from when it entered this buy territory, can hit a 98% return, then that would put us at somewhere around, and keeping in mind we've set a lower price than this, somewhere around $300. Now, again, that's pretty much the fair valuation that we're seeing if Bitcoin was to reclaim its all-time high, and MSTR reached a 1x net asset value premium, which I think is fair. So I think there's a lot of value here, but again, we're going to take it one step further. This is something that we cover quite frequently as part of our weekly analysis for site subscribers. This is looking at the ratio chart between Bitcoin and strategy. When we hit this red zone back here in 2025, every one of the site subscribers was informed in plenty of notice that I think now is a time to potentially scale out, rotate back into Bitcoin. Because if we zoom out, what this is essentially doing is measuring Bitcoin price versus strategy. So when this moves to the upside, it essentially indicates that Bitcoin is outperforming. And when it moves to the downside, it indicates that strategy is outperforming. But there's very clear and obvious points of interest on this chart. We can see here that we bottomed out, in meaning that MSTR's period of outperformance relative to Bitcoin was likely to end as we reached the 2018 bear market low territory. But now we're in this upper territory here, and I've almost given it this traffic light system to indicate potentially rotating into MSTR at these levels makes a lot of sense. Now, again, we can see in 2024, we reached this level twice, and following both of those instances, we saw massive prolonged periods of MSTR outperformance. And we're in this green upper territory once again. And we've actually, just in the past day or two, started actually moving considerably out of this zone. Now, if we can continue moving against the trend here towards this lower territory here, what this essentially would mean is if we reach this level, that one Bitcoin would only buy 370 shares of MSTR, as opposed to what it currently is at around 540. So again, what we can do is do Bitcoin divided by 370 to almost give us this Bitcoin MSTR relative cross-asset performance strength. And we can see if the Bitcoin price remained exactly what it is today, then it'd be just above $200. But the previous all-time high would be somewhere around $340. So I think right now, where we are with MSTR, there is a considerable amount of value to be had. And we've covered this fairly extensively over the past few months, especially last year. We've not really covered it. And at that time, I said I could see a wick down to around $100, but at a reclaim of 130, I'd be a strong MSTR buyer, because that is pretty much exactly where the previous all-time high was. Now we've come back down, retested this level, and reclaimed it as support, setting a higher low in the process. Especially if we can start seeing price move in higher, make a higher high, and set a high low once again, potentially around $140. To me, I think we're off to the races. So I think there's a hell of a lot of value to be had in MSTR right here, and other treasury companies, you know, probably in similar circumstances. Metaplanet took an absolute beating. Marathon Digital have been offloading their Bitcoin recently, so maybe they're not quite as high on the radar. But all of these companies which are continuing to aggressively accumulate Bitcoin, as they're at a point in terms of their relative purchasing power, which shows that there's a huge amount of opportunity, I do think now is a key point for MSTR. And for me, I think it's a great area to be aggressively accumulating. So just to summarize, MSTR is at some of the deepest discount levels ever experienced. And there's promising indications that Strategy's new products, mainly STRC or Stretch, will provide sufficient inflows to continue aggressive Bitcoin accumulation without that share dilution, which has probably resulted in significantly lower share prices than many Strategy shareholders would probably like to admit. But if they can continue acquiring what they have averaged throughout 2026, which is over 1,000 Bitcoin per day, then Saylor and the company are on track to surpass over 1 million Bitcoin in holdings before the end of the year, which is just crazy to think about. And of course, this average is going to change to the upside and the downside depending on stretch popularity, depending on the underlying price of Bitcoin as well. But looking at the BTC USD versus MSTR chart, we can see we're at a pivotal point where a small position in strategy makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. Now, again, keep in mind these two assets are incredibly correlated. MSTR is essentially a high beta play, which is more or less meaning that it's a very correlated leverage play of Bitcoin. But given the fact that we're seeing some promising signs in the Bitcoin market and MSTR is at this very key accumulation territory level, and I didn't even mention it, it's already just bounced from the 200 weekly moving average. All indications are pointing towards this just being a great area to see some mean reversion in the strategy share price. So I'm definitely dollar cost averaging into MSTR as well as Bitcoin as well. And let me know if you are. Are there any other treasury companies that you're keeping an eye on that you think could potentially outperform even strategy? Do you like the stretch product? Do you like other derivative products by MSTR? Do you think that they can continue this aggressive accumulation? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments and on social media, because I very much look forward to reading and replying to them. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.